With the anxiety and stress of the coronavirus and with families stuck at home, you would think that child abuse reports might be soaring.
Yeah, but actually, child abuse reports are actually down since the virus hit and the schools shut down. Well, that doesn't mean children aren't being abused, though. Experts say hundreds of kids might be stuck at home, suffering in silence.
We can get out about 3,000 shirts a day.
Daryl Marriott is a survivor.
There's still days when it comes back and bites you and you don't expect it.
More than 40 years ago, Daryl was physically abused by his father and then sexually abused by a trusted adult.
It impacts you for life. It definitely does.
With domestic violence numbers skyrocketing during COVID, you might think that child abuse is high too. But 2 News dug through police records and Division of Child and Family Services data and found that child abuse reports are down. Way down.
We don't think that means there's a decrease in child abuse.
Lorianne Thorpe of Prevent Child Abuse Utah is worried.
Actually, we think there's probably an increase given the stressors that families are facing.
The Division of Child and Family Services is concerned as well.
So in Utah, we've seen a dip of about 35% in our calls to our 24/7 hotline.
With schools being closed, that's a big reason for the drop. Teachers who normally call in about 20% of reports to DCFS are now only reporting about 11%.
And what we're hearing from our colleagues across the nation is that the ones that are getting called in tend to be a little bit more serious because they're coming to the attention of, say, law enforcement. And if you look at the data for Utah, law enforcement reports to us are indeed up.
Diane Moore, DCFS director, says reports from family members have also increased. And more troublesome, there is an anticipated surge of late reports once life for the kids gets back to normal. Responding right now as a community doesn't have to be difficult.
You don't have to violate social distancing to be able to be connected and to be able to provide support.
So look for yellow flags like anxiety, a student missing from a Zoom lesson at school, or neighborhood children you haven't seen outside playing. Experts also recommend asking kids how their pets are doing because animal abuse can be a strong indicator of child abuse.
As parents and as caregivers, we all know that there's a line we don't want to cross.
And at home, parents need to understand their stress level.
And we need to be frank about what that is and understand that the stressors that we're under might push us across that. So how can we build ourselves out so that the line gets further away?
For Daryl, it's the little things.
So I would really watch for grooming that goes on to get people into that position. Look for someone who's being a sugar daddy, so to speak, with a child.
He hopes people can learn from his experience.
And a lot of times you'll see young children that will start to act out, things themselves. In over-sexualized manners for the kids.
And he's hopeful there will be more survivors than victims. And another important thing, there is no shame if any parent needs to ask for help out there. You can call 211 for any of the resources you might need. Crisis nurseries are offering free child care for kids up to 12 years old, and we have more information about that and where you can get help on KUTV.com.